It's Week 11 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Dak Prescott. He's coming off a nice week throwing the ball. 4 touchdown throws. It's the Cowboys and the Panthers, next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Carolina Panthers. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Panther ball club as they interplay here. Now, losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Cowboys, they've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. Kevontae Turpin now to return. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
Prescott looks to throw right away. And incomplete to open things up. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And that'll bring up second down. Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roam the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
They run again with Dowdle. And just shedding him off there. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. They run here with Dowdle. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. From the red zone now, Prescott. He's got it complete to Tolbert. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. A running play, it's Dowdle. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence. And that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
And last week's loss came despite a clean game on his end, throwing the ball with 2 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. His job this week is simple. Do it again. Continue to avoid turnovers and hope that what sunk them last week resolves itself this time around.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second down, Young. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points. A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. That's taken at around the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Excellent job pushing through tacklers that time to pick up 6. A check on the numbers last week for Hubbard. 13 carries, 52 yards.
Well, to no one's surprise, he gets an early rep right there, and they've been playing their best ball this season as they built this winning streak. And that includes the ground game, where he's kept the offense productive and put them in position to win ball games. The question now is, can this defense that he's facing do what others haven't and finally put a stop to this streak?
And they'll run on first down with Hubbard to about the 48-yard line. You look at this Cowboy defense, and they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And
too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
That throw by Young incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Meanwhile, Young's throw complete to his receiver, Thielen. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To the air once more, Young. Flushed out right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Maybe not exactly what they had in mind, but that scramble good for 6 and a first down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. It's Young off play action. And that'll be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
He's got the tight end, Mo Alley Cox. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. 1st and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
On the run, it's Dowdle. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Takes us up just short of the 30, but he was able to avoid that earlier tackle. Nice move. We'll get a pause here. There appears to be a Panther who was shaken up on that last play. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Prescott on 3rd and 2. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Following the interception, they're set up nicely here, already inside the red zone, knocking on the door, if you will. 1st and 10. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Eric Kendricks. 2nd and 10. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. Young on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th.
Smart move to throw that one away. You're in field goal range, so you definitely don't want to be loose with the ball. And that's great work by this defense to force a fourth down.
The kick by Pinheiro is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Strong running at the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Aubrey now for the point after. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And what a job there by all 11 on the kick return. The blocking excellent, the return excellent. The result, 6 points. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Panthers now set to take over offensively. And they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week. And you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Second down, Young. That is caught by Thielen. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, this hasn't really been a first half to remember on either side of the ball. But I think this kind of makes this an important drive. You'd love to get this back to a one-score game if you can. And that's good work there to get some yardage here and pick up the first down.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
And Young's throw there incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on third.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest at first half, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Young to throw it. That caught by Trimble. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. It'll be Young again. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Throwing, Young. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. DeMarcus Lawrence just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now Young. And that is incomplete. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that third down pass. Brings up fourth.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Prescott. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he works free. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. Final play of the half. Prescott finding Tolbert. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start in the NFC East. This one always a battle. New York taking on Washington, and it's the Giants who are out in front. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. Jalen Warren, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. Jared Goff has a touchdown pass. We were certainly treated to an entertaining first half. Both these teams with some high points and maybe a couple of low points as well. So it's going to be a question of who can be the most disciplined team going forward.
And Raheem Blackshear now to return it. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
DeMarcus Lawrence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
So here are the Cowboys to take over. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And some space here. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 52 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season. On 1st and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He was covered by C.J. Henderson.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
Whenever we talk about moving the sticks and controlling the football, there's a great example right there. Those are the 3rd downs you need to convert to win football games. We're in the 3rd quarter of this one, and this is a tight one. In order to maintain pace, keep the ball away from the other team, and put points on the board, those are the plays they need to continue to convert.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Panthers' 17-yard line.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through.
And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 6 yards away. And the Cowboys go up by 2 touchdowns. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead is up to 15 now. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
Dallas offense set for this next drive. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Prescott from the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys take a 3-touchdown lead. So they're able to capitalize there on the short field, and that might prove to be the score that turns out the lights.
The party's over. Oh, sorry about that. That's a old reference there, folks. But yeah, they've been the better of the two teams by far, and that's great complimentary football right there. Defense gets the turnover, sets up the short field, and the offense goes right out and scores to open up a pretty sizable lead.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Carolina offense about ready to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second and a yard. Here is Young. A short throw. This is caught by Cox. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
To throw on second down is Young. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
For this with Hubbard. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's first and 10 up at the 46. First down, they'll stay on the ground with Hubbard. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1 yard gain.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And we're back now in Charlotte. Second and 9. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. They'll run the screen with Hubbard. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3. And this offense on third down today, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Young now from the 50. That is caught. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. A big third down pickup of 20 yards. Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had more of in the first 3 quarters. And the deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the 4th. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution, even though the scoreboard is going against you. You want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. Again, it's Young. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down. To throw, Young. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Micah Parsons gets in there to drop him for a loss of 13 yards, and it's also fourth down now. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there.
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. It's desperation time. Young on fourth down. Lets it fly for Thielen. That is incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
91 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 34 yards there and a first down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
To throw is Prescott. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Brings up second and goal.
Throwing, Prescott. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. Dak Prescott now 4 touchdown passes on the afternoon. And the Cowboys add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, partner, he has carried them in this ball game throwing the football. All 4 touchdowns through the air, and that's really helped them get this nice lead.
And I know it's a team game, but right now, he is truly the focal point. Every touchdown his team has so far has been the result of his arm. How about him throwing it downfield, creating big plays? I don't know how you slow him down unless you can make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Carolina getting set to take the field. They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on fourth down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a fourth down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes us forward for about 6 from the 41. Here's a second down and 4. Now Young. That's complete out right to the tight end, Trimble. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 30. Young will set to throw. And quickly to Thielen here. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. A give running right, it's Hubbard. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. Here's a 2nd and 8. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Out of the gun, it's Young. Over the middle, hauled in by Shark. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. Young to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Looking to throw, Young. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback, but hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead, but at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Piniero's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about, a true team game. And they got it done in this one.